Welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping right in today to challenge a deeply ingrained assumption in our society. It's pretty widely believed that getting older just automatically means your memory is going to slip and your social circle will naturally shrink. We kind of just accept memory loss and social withdrawal as the inevitable costs of aging. But what if I told you that recent medical research entirely upends that narrative?
Seriously, think about this. What makes an 80-year-old walk around with the crisp, sharp memory of someone in their 50s? It sounds like straight-up science fiction, right? But it's actually a very real medical anomaly that has totally captivated scientists. Researchers have a specific name for these individuals. They call them SuperAgers. And honestly, understanding them is the key to unlocking our own cognitive longevity. We're talking about folks whose biological age is 80 years or way older. But their cognitive age, specifically when we look at their episodic memory, perfectly matches someone in their 50s or 60s. To figure out how this is literally even possible, researchers over at Northwestern University launched this incredible study. Over a massive 25-year span, they tracked 290 of these superagers. They even went as far as autopsying 77 of their brains after they passed away, just trying to solve the physical mystery of this incredible memory retention. Section 1. The SuperAger mystery. Let's unlock the secret.
So, to find out what gave these seniors their cognitive superpowers, researchers put on their detective hats. They fully expected to find super strict health regimens, but instead, they found failed hypotheses across the board. Actually, scratch that, it was a total dead end. There was absolutely no common lifestyle habit among them. Some exercised regularly, but others literally never exercised at all. Some had incredibly strict diets, others ate whatever they wanted. Some never touched alcohol or cigarettes, while others drank and smoked regularly. Even their sleep habits and medications were just completely all over the map.
So, what was it? Well, the true culprit behind their youthfulness wasn't some daily green smoothie or a marathon habit. It was relentless socialization. The breakthrough discovery from this 25-year study was that the one, and I mean the only, absolute commonality across all these superagers was that they were highly social, they were extroverted, and they kept a really positive view of their relationships. Human connection was literally the only clear through line for their cognitive preservation.
Section 2. The lethal cost of isolation. The dark side.
Okay, so if relentless socialization keeps our brains young, what happens to our bodies when we pull away and do the exact opposite? In 2015, a massive meta-study looked at 70 different research papers from all over the world, and what they found is alarming. Social isolation, which is simply having few connections with others, spikes your overall mortality risk by an incredible 29% compared to people who stay socially active.
And it actually gets even worse. If you're living completely alone, that mortality risk shoots up even higher, hitting a staggering 32%. This isn't just about feeling lonely, This is a highly measurable physiological toll on the human body, mathematically isolated from all other health factors. To put that into perspective, the medical community officially equates the physical bodily damage of social isolation and loneliness to the tangible, widely known dangers of smoking and obesity. We see massive public health campaigns for diet and smoking all the time, right? But experts are telling us right now that a lack of human connection is just as lethal to our bodies.
Section 3. Defeating dementia by 45%. Time to take control. But hey, there is a very powerful message of hope here, because this explainer isn't just a depressing story about decline. We have massive new insights on how to fight back, which were just highlighted in the monumental 2024 Lancet Commission report on cognitive decline. Global experts got together and determined that dementia risk is absolutely not just a roll of the genetic dice. Sure, 55% might be unmodifiable fate, but a massive 45% of all dementia risk is entirely within our control. It's tied directly to 14 modifiable factors. That means nearly half the battle for our cognitive future is literally in our own hands. And guess what? Right on that list of 14 modifiable factors, sitting right there alongside managing diabetes, fixing hearing loss, and controlling blood pressure, is curing social isolation. Experts now formally recognize that building connections and curing isolation is a primary, medically sound defense against dementia. It's a legitimate, actionable medical strategy.
Section 4. The Synapse Project Plot Twist. Is chatting enough?
This brings up a really obvious question, though. If we just need to talk to people,
Is going down to the local coffee shop to chat with friends every afternoon enough to save our brains? Well, to answer that, we've got to break down the fascinating 2014 Synapse Project. Researchers took healthy seniors and split them into two groups. For 3 months, they spent 15 hours a week doing different things. Group A took on high cognitive load tasks. They were learning really complex new skills, like digital photography, mastering photo editing software, or even designing digital quilts. Group B, on the other hand, got the low cognitive load treatment. They just did easy group tasks, or they casually socialized and chatted with each other. And here is the massive plot twist. When researchers measured their episodic memory, again, that's your ability to remember the who, what, when, and where of events, Group A, the ones doing the really hard, complex stuff, actually saw their episodic memory improve. But Group B, the ones just casually chatting and having a good time, they saw absolutely zero memory improvement. The takeaway here is profound. Socializing alone does not stop memory decline. Only the group tackling difficult, high cognitive load tasks actually reaped the cognitive rewards. Like the researchers noted, to rebuild memory, the brain requires the heavy lifting of learning something difficult. Hanging out and having a casual chat is wonderful for your general lifespan and mood, for sure. But building cognitive youth specifically, that requires friction. It requires the heavy lifting and the frustration of learning something completely new. A brain that's too comfortable just doesn't grow.
Section 5, your brain's ultimate strategy. Let's build your action plan.
So how do we take all this, the SuperAgers, the Lancet Commission, the Synapse Project, and actually apply it to our daily lives? Here is your 2-step golden rule, straight from the research. Step 1, pick a difficult brain-stretching skill. It has to be something that genuinely frustrates and challenges you. Step 2, learn it in a physical, group classroom setting. Doing a solo online course in your living room just isn't going to cut it here. You must combine the cognitive strain of a tough subject with the natural bonding and the shared struggle of a group. Honestly, complaining together about how hard the class is naturally builds those vital social connections, while your brain gets its heavy lifting in. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, well, I'm just not smart enough for that, you can breathe a massive sigh of relief. No special genetics are required. The folks in the Synapse Project who improved their memories weren't prodigies. They were completely normal, everyday people in their 80s who actually felt anxious about learning new technology. It proves that neuroplasticity is accessible to absolutely anyone. It is literally never too late to start stretching your mind. Which brings us to our final provocative question to close out today's explainer. What difficult new hobby have you been putting off? Maybe it's learning a new language, picking up a musical instrument, or taking a complex art class. Whatever it is, signing up for that local class isn't just a fun little pastime. It's a scientifically backed strategy for your very own cognitive survival. So I challenge you to take action right now. Choose your cognitive future today. Go find a really difficult class, and go make some friends while you struggle through it together. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and keep learning.